Good evening, Patrick here from Complete Health. And I just wanted to share a massive win again today. So I took another attempt at my 5K run today. I've actually been struggling with my 5Ks from where I started racking up the miles very, very quickly. I was starting to get a little bit of an ache on my heels, so I had to do a couple of slower ones. But for the first time today, I took 4 or 5 days off from doing any running, let my heels recover, and I thought I'd go for another attempt today because everything was feeling clear. So I hit my personal best once again. So for those of you that have been following this journey with me the last couple of weeks, I did my first attempt at a speed 5K a couple of weeks ago, and I managed to go below 20 minutes. And I think it was 19 minutes and 57 seconds. Well, today I managed to do 19 minutes and 29 seconds. So I managed to shave almost 30 seconds off the timer. Why? Because I follow the timer. Because I had the timer there before and I knew that I could do my split times in 4 minutes and 59, I forced myself to go down to 3 minutes and 55. And as a result, what it ended up doing is pushed me underneath that barrier of being able to go even faster. Even just that 5 seconds a kilometer faster is horrendous. However, one of the massive benefits of forcing or pushing your bodies into boundaries of high levels of oxidative stress is it forces your lungs to suck in oxygen at such a high speed that your cells have to learn to become more efficient. And interestingly enough, high intensity interval training starts to affect a very cool part of our cell. Now, there is a part of our cell called the mitochondria. Most of us would have learned about mitochondria when we were doing our GCSEs and looking at cells and the effects that mitochondria have. Now, mitochondria are there for respiration. So respiration is the process of being able to take oxygen and use that to facilitate the energy making process within our cells. Now, when that process becomes inefficient, it can actually start to damage the way that those cells start to work. So interestingly enough, high intensity interval training or very hard cardiovascular training has proven to improve the way that our mitochondria start to work and thus make the cells more efficient. Now, by making the cells more efficient, what can start to happen is those cells can start to respire better, they can heal faster, and interestingly enough, pushing yourself to a point with high intensity interval training or high intensity oxidative stress within your cells can actually reverse the signs of aging. Now, what does this mean for someone who is exercising? Well, this can mean improved tissue function and recovery. It can mean reduced levels of inflammation. It can mean that you can sometimes reverse some of the some of the signs of aging. So interestingly enough, when you work to a high level of intensity or you do cardiovascular training, it can actually start to reverse the effects of your aging process. So a lot of the stresses that we put on our body through the chemicals that we're consuming through our environment, through the environments that, say for example, the combustion that's coming from our engines or the pollutions around us or the chemicals that are within our homes or the poor foods that we start to eat that cause something called oxidative stress, things like vitamins and high levels of exercise are actually antioxidative, which means they reverse this process. Anything that causes oxidation in a cell, e.g. poor diet, high levels of stress, lack of exercise, etc., will start to cause oxidative stress. Anything that does the opposite will cause antioxidative stress. Like I say, those high intensity levels or those times when you're doing exercise to a point where you're having to suck in air incredibly hard will start to actually reverse those processes. So just like your vitamins, you can get kind of like a vitamin effect on your cells by doing something like a high intensity interval training. Just interesting. So like I say, just wanted to share a massive win. 19 minutes and was it 29 seconds for my 5K time. I think I'm going to try and shave an extra couple of seconds off each kilometer if I can in the next couple of weeks. So we will see. I'm still a long way off the world record. I had a look at the world record for a 5K time, and it's something insane like 13 minutes. So I've still got a lot of work to do. But having said that, this is only my fourth week running. And so to get down to 90 minutes and 29 seconds is pretty impressive. But like I say, it's not even just the targets that are really interesting for me. It's actually the massive health benefits that I get from doing these kinds of things. That's what I really enjoy. Outside run. This was outside, Lee. This was outside. This was running around Shinewater. I actually had the same problem the other week where I was running through Hampden Park, outdoor park, and as I was running on the way home, the level crossing came down and it massively blipped my time as a result of having to go over the crossing to try and keep under that 20 minutes. But we still managed it. Patrick here from Complete Health. I'll speak to you guys again soon. If this hasn't inspired you to try and do something, look, guys, exercise is super important. If you need any advice and help on this, I'm happy to advise people. But I always feel really good when I hit my target. So I also like to encourage you guys to hit your own targets. So I'll speak to you guys in the clinic soon. Take care for now, and yeah, we'll see you soon.